Okay, hello everyone. My name is Emmanuel Clinton, and I'm part of the fellow of the Digital Innovators Fellowship. And here is my final project, my capstone project. I was given a task to build a website whereby you can connect mentors to mentee. And here is my project overview. I named the website Connector. It's a social media learning platform connecting mentees with expert mentors enables profile creation, membership discovery, season bookings, and feedbacks. We built this with React JS, Node.js, table CSS for full stack responsiveness. Our key features is authentication and authorization, profile creation and editing, mentorship discovery and filtering, membership requests. This one is limited to only mentors. Mentorship requests, accept or reject. Season scheduling and feedbacks. And we have our role based mentee, register, discover mentors, request mentorship. Then, if they are accepted, they go ahead and book a season. And mentors, on the other hand, accept accept or reject their request, set availabilities, then view feedbacks. Then admin will be able to manage user, assign roles, and monitor season. So our technology or the tech stack we use for our frontend, we make use of React, Tailwind for our styling, then React Router. Then for our backend, we make use of Node.js, Express.js, MongoDB. For our authentication, we make use of JWT role-based middleware. Then move to our deployment. We use render to deploy our backend, then Marcel to deploy our frontend. Our API highlights, we have our base URL before this API, then auth, then register or login, a secure auth endpoint where user will be able to register or login, then they will be key assigned a token in which they'll be able to access all other protected routes. So these are other API REST API highlights we have. Then responsiveness, optimized for mobile tablets. This website is very responsive for both mobile tablets and desktop. Flexible layouts using table grids and flex utilities. Clean design and accessibility focused components. Then we have error handling and validation. We have our inputs validation on frontend on both frontend and backend. We set our validation using express validation in our backend. Then we also set our inputs validation and error handling in our frontend, e.g. name, email, password, and etc. So user feedback on errors and sources, catch blocks, and the middleware for handling API errors. So since this is just in an MVP level, so in future I'll be hoping to add real-time messaging and chat, notification system for bookings, payment integration for premium mentoring, and analytic dashboard. So here is the here is the folder structure. We have the client. This is where user can access, perform all certain task. Then here is our front end, is our back end, our server, where user cannot see. They are only sending requests to this server, communicating with the database and everything. So here is our config. This is where we configure our database. We connect to our MongoDB URL, and we'll be sending all our requests to this endpoint. So we have our controller. This is where we handle all our logics, our admin controller. Everything that admin can perform is everything is found in this controller. We have our auth controller where user can log in, register, login, logout, or get their details. Then we have availability control. This one is only these routes because they are the one that will schedule availabilities and all the stuff like that. So this is the place, this is the controller where we can get mentor profile, then requests and so on. We have our middleware. This is where we will verify if the token given to a user has expired or not, or maybe it's an invalid token. Then we will not not allow them um to access the our protected route. Then here we restricted the rows if the token um, submitted is not they are not tally with the row they are requesting for, then it's going to throw them an error. It's not going to allow them to access the route. We have our models. This is where we define all our schemas, our database schemas, and then yeah, we have our routes. Here is where we our admin routes, our hot routes, availability routes, mentor routes, and so on. And our client as well, this is where we make use of everything. So I'll walk you guys. So when user visits our website, the first thing they see is I just designed this thing for the sake of this video. Um, then okay, we're going to see this place. We're going to join us. They'll create an account. They're going to feed their email. We by default, if user register on this website, you are going to set them as a mentee. You're not going to assign role maybe mentor and admin. They are by default they are all mentee. So it's really admin that have access to setting them either mentor or an fellow admin. Then we actually set an email in our backend. This function will only trigger once we have catch the like we only have one admin that is going to use the email to register on the website. Then once that is successful, there's no any other person will be able to use the email to register. So admin can now go ahead and register. They can now go ahead and register. Let's say I want to register someone that already exists in the database. So you're not going to allow them in, which is this. You're going to show them error. Email already exists. So they need to come here and register a new mail. So um, let's say they register an email. And let's say they try to sign in. It's going to say please fill all details. And let's say they not input correct email address. You're going to see an error for them to input the correct email address. So at gmail.com. They're going to enter their password. I'm going to sorry, we are supposed to be on the correct account. So they're going to go ahead and register. Let me confirm. So I'm going to see account registration, please log in. It's going to redirect them to the login page, which is here. Then I'm going to go ahead and log in. Oh, that is not correct. I'm going to log in. Then after they are done logging in, it's going to because this among the control flow in the project requirements. So after they log in for the first time, they're going to update their profile. So um, let's just feed domain stuff here. Some dev this is a short bio about me. They are going to pick from their skills. So they are just going to start This one is optional on technology and education. So when they click on create now mentors mentees only have access to this route. This is where we control everything from our sidebar. So from our this is a visible component our sidebar. We check if user is mentor or mentee. That's why they now have access to all these routes. So if they are mentee, they will now have access to find find mentors, request, my request, and season. Then they are if they are mentors, they have access to request sent to them. Then they will be able to schedule their availabilities and check their season. Then if user is admin, you now have access to manage user, view matches, and season starts. So this is what we have here. This is how it's registered. Then to go to find mentor, you see we only have two mentors available. We only have two mentors. I've actually assigned a mentor role to, let's say, let me log into the admin dashboard. Okay. Okay. Manage users. Let's say I remove this person from the person that was first. So this by default other than be mentee, then you can now you know change this person back to mentee. So if mentee now this is the only person that will be available now. We have actually set the other person to mentee, so you can go back and change it back to mentor. Then if they go to find mentors, they are going to see them. So they can view their profile, use their profile. Then if they are now interested, they can now go ahead and send requests. So this mentor now can now proceed and log into their accounts. Okay. Now mentor have access to requests, availabilities, season, and that's all. So they are going to see their role, their name. They're going to see membership requests, mentorship requests. Sorry. So they are going to see pending, the person's name and status of pending. So they can go ahead and accept or reject. So if they have not accepted, if user comes to my request, still going to show pending and they will not be able to book a session. But anytime the mentor accepts, they'll be able to go ahead and book a session. Let's say they accepted and can now come to my request and they can now go ahead and book a season. Now, the season they are booking is going to be based on the mentor's availability. Can go okay, maybe 2 days or maybe a day or 2 days, any day they want. So they are going to confirm booking, go ahead and confirm booking. So it's going to show schedule. If they go to their season, they're going to see the season they schedule. Then on the if mentor now, uh, okay, mentor now comes to season, then see the available season. So if mentor now complete the season by submitting a remark Um, this mentee is a good listener. This is going to be marked as completed, and on the other hand, not before mentee cannot submit any feedback except if this season is marked um, completed. Um, so after they mark it complete as where they submit it, which is remarked as completed, then mentee on the other hand can now go ahead and rate them. That's when they now have access to rating them, maybe 5 star, 3 star. The minimum is 1 and the maximum is 5. So let's say we just this. So they submit feedbacks, and this is it, the rating and their comments. This one is still scheduled because they are not yet complete, so it's now marked as completed. So admin can now go ahead and view matches, can um, can see the one that is scheduled, awaiting mentee to do the needful, like awaiting schedule from the mentee, and they can go ahead and check or start. We have one pending season to be completed, and we have 5 that is completed, and this is our start. You see the rating, you see the um mentors rating in real time. So if it's below 5, it's going to be in for etc. You are going to see the all the feedback summaries, the stars, and the comments from both mentor and mentee. So here we can match user manually. By default, if you match any user, and the mentor is going to accept automatically, they don't need to go and accept or reject. Then it's now left for the mentee to now book the season. So it's going to show awaiting, mentor accepted, awaiting the schedule. So also you can change to mentor and admin. I'm going to say see availability. This person have not set availability yet. So if this now go to availability, you can delete and update their availability. Then you are making sure they are adding minimum of 3 availability. Let's say they are not adding up to 3 availability, so they click on same availability, then you see an error of at least 3 availability slots are required. So they now go ahead and update the third one. You also let's say on a add slot. So to send to say saved. So this website is very responsive. Then, yeah. So this website is very responsive for both mobile, tablet, and desktop and larger screen. So this for mobile now. The mobile on still so we have the for the mobile, for tablets, and this for desktop. So if they go to dashboard, this changes to then toggling on this side. You know, everything is very responsive. Everything is responsive. Everything is responsive. Everything is responsive in all devices. Everything is responsive. On our desktop, everything is well structured. So that's all. This is now how everything works. Thank you very much for actually listening to this very end.